This is the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, broadcasting from Sandy's Beef and Ale, where friends and family go for great food and all the big games since 1967. Each week, we broadcast from 2028 Old Lincoln with the stars from the Bucks County football teams. We now go live to Sandy's Beef and Ale for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. Here now is your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
What's up, high school football fans? Welcome back to Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous Sandy Witch and the home of our High School Coaches Roundtable Show, presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. Great to be back here again at Sandy's. Tonight's show also brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital, and we've got some high school football programs with us, and we break it down each week on WBCB with the coaches and the players, and we're going to begin tonight with Council Rock South. Come on down, coming off of a victory. Sandy's a great spot for Eagles football, all the Penn State action. As we go through this season, we're going to highlight their efforts with FON, the pediatric cancer fundraiser that Penn State fuels, and Sandy's gets behind it. They also do a big tailgate event here. And a great spot for Penn State Eagles football, and of course all the high school football action. We get together here Wednesday nights from 7 to 8. We eat sandwiches and we talk high school football with the likes of Council Rock South. Conwell-Egan Catholic is here. We're going to talk to Council Rock North in just a moment. We got the Neshaminy Redskins in the house. They come off of a huge overtime win against Emmaus. Council Rock, the Golden Hawks, also enjoying a Week 1 victory, by the way. Bristol Warriors are in the house, and the Morrisville Bulldogs are here. So we got a lot to get to tonight, and we begin with Coach Fitzgerald and the Golden Hawks. Welcome, Coach.
Hi, thanks for having us.
All right, Coach, tell us a little bit about the Week 1 game and where you guys are at right now. Must have given you some energy this week during practice.
Yeah, it was a great first week. We played a really tough Frankfort team, and we got the chance to go out there on our home turf for the first time, and we opened up first game on campus.
Got to put up some points in that game.
Yeah, it was really exciting and a lot of energy. Really got our guys into a good spot so we can kind of continue on this season.
Well, you guys are kind of a tough stretch right now. You got North Penn and Pennsbury, and pre-league, you kind of want to have those challenges in front of your team.
Yeah, and we definitely have the next few weeks. We have a lot of really good football teams, and we're looking forward to kind of growing every week and getting ourselves in position to be successful on the field.
Well, Coach, what fuels you to be out there and to be part of the program and give up your time, your energy?
Yeah, it's been great at being at Council Rock South. It's a great community, and being in the building and getting to interact with the players every day. It really is something that, and they're really great young men, and seeing them grow and being able to play football really is something that I really enjoy.
All right, well, these guys get the first spot because they were the first to arrive, and they brought the most players. We got 3 Golden Hawks to meet. So, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight.
So, to my right, I have Shane Myers. He's our running back and defensive back. Next to him is Gavin Bird. He plays defensive line and running back. And then Colin Beck, he plays tight end and linebacker for us. All
right, Shane, we'll start with you. Put in a lot of work in the offseason. You seeing that paying off? Must have been great to get a victory in the first week of the season.
Yeah, it was great. Great way to start off the season, and it was a great offseason, and it was nice to see the work that you put in kind of pay off.
Tell me a little bit about your role on the team, running back, D-back. Do you favor the offensive side of the football and getting as many touches as possible?
I think I do like offense more. I love scoring, so I like offense a lot, but I like to help out on defense too. So,
were you guys able to rack up 43 points against Frankfort? How do you take that momentum into the next week? You must have had a pretty good week of practice. Everybody feeling good, confident.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a great week of practice, and we're looking forward to just competing. North Penn's are a good team, and I'm looking forward to the competition.
What do you think the key is for you guys this season? Do you have any particular teams circled, more energy around certain matchups or opponents?
Obviously, last week of the season is always going to be
big rivalry.
Too. Yeah.
That's when Council Rock South goes up against Council Rock North, and it is called the Civil War and has all kinds of big energy around it for sure. So that's certainly one I'm sure you guys look forward to each and every season. But some big games coming up for you. North Penn this coming week. Pennsbury after that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Pennsbury. They beat us in a tough game last year, so I'm looking forward to going over there and competing again.
Well, Shane, thanks for being with us tonight. And sometimes we ask the guys that are with us what order they have. Did you get a sandwich? Did you get any food yet?
I did. I got the chicken parm sandwich.
All right, it's a classic.
Yep.
All right, we are here at the home of the world-famous sandwich. Thanks, Shane. Gavin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so highlights from week one for you. What do you look back on and, in film study and stuff that you were smiling about?
I feel like as a D-line, we really rallied to the ball well. We had a lot of sacks, a lot of tackle for losses, and we just have to – they're big up front, North Penn, so we just have to keep that going forward.
And is that kind of your game planning for like a bigger front that you guys are going to have to match up against?
Yeah, we just have to, get low and try our best.
What else do you get fuels you get involved with at Council Rock South? I mean, is it just football? Do you kind of focus on that throughout the year, or do you do other things, get involved, clubs and activities and stuff like that?
Mainly,
you got to stay engaged, right? You got to stay busy.
Mainly my focus is football, but I also do like athletes helping athletes. Some kids from the team do that. And I just, but football all year round mostly. Just
that Athletes Helping Athletes program is really one that Council Rock South and Council Rock North have really spearheaded throughout the area, and love to credit you guys with being involved in that. How about you? Different sides of the ball, right? Running back, linebacker, or
D-line.
Defensive lineman.
Yeah.
You like to get defense? I mean, you look like a guy who's ready to hit somebody.
I definitely
get
like
physical.
defense more. Yeah.
Nice. Well, good luck to you this season. Any particular matchups that you got circled, or is it kind of week by week?
It's mostly week by week, but definitely North. We're all probably the same in that.
All right, well, we are going to talk to Council Rock North in a little bit, and if you guys are all the same, we'll hold that question for Colin, but pass that microphone over if you would. And Colin, tell us about some other stuff that you get involved with at Council Rock South. I mean, you guys also put in a lot of time, off-season workout programs and all that. Takes up quite a bit of time, but anything else get you involved?
I mean, outside of football, I coach up at Northampton, 12U boys. It's great seeing the football community grow at such a young age.
Now, that league, is that like flag, or you guys full pads?
Full pads.
That's a great experience. Does it give you some perspective on what your coaches are going through and how effective they are in communicating with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I use a lot of the things that my coaches do now when I help out at their practices. Everything my coaches tell me, I just repeat down right back to them. And I can really see how much it actually affects them when they try it.
Yeah, you actually have some success with it or something that you said. Well, guys, I really appreciate you coming out. Want to make sure I don't forget about some of the week one stats. Shane had 3 touchdowns. Gavin with a sack and a tackle for a loss. 3 tackles for Colin. And is it the defensive side of the football where you see mostly action?
I mean, yeah, most of my tackles were actually on special teams, but defense is definitely where I love to play.
All right, what are you hearing from your coaches about this North Penn team? What are some of the keys that you guys have to, things to do well to come away and be 2-0?
We really just have to rally to the ball and wrap up completely and bring them to the ground. That's the main thing.
Yeah, not just one guy to the football, but whole team
Whole
get
team
there.
has to be there, yeah.
Team effort. Well, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations on the team effort in getting past Frankfurt. Good luck this week against North Penn. Appreciate your being with us for the High School Coaches Roundtable show.
Great.
Council Rock South.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having
Yes,
me.
sir. Yes, sir. Give them a little love. And we're going to talk with Council Rock North here in just a little bit. Today's show brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital. If you're in need of emergency health services, Lower Bucks Hospital is here for you 24 hours a day, every day. And with Get Care Now, you can even reserve your ER arrival, and that's from the comfort of your own home. Simply call 215-664-2220, or you can scan the QR code on the website at Lower Bucks Hospital to select your arrival time. It's never been easier to be seen when you have an emergency health issue. All right, let's get Council Rock North up here for the High School Coaches Roundtable show, and a new regime for the Indians with a new head coach, a guy who's familiar to me. He was my color commentator for a couple of seasons with Pennsbury Falcon football, and was the head coach for New Hope Solebury for a couple of seasons, and now the head guy with Council Rock North, Brandon Garrett. And I heard from the assistant coach who was with us, Coach Johnson, that back to school night at Council Rock North. So Coach Garrett is busy. Hopefully going to be with us next week or some point throughout the season. All right, meanwhile, we got the Indians. Hey, Coach Johnson, tell me a little bit about the new philosophy, maybe new energy. Is there a new offense that Coach Garrett is installing for you guys?
So I was on the staff here last year with North, so kind of a new regime with this new staff. But
yeah,
for the most part, same type of offense. Defense, we're switching up some things, just trying to play faster and getting quicker to the ball. Excited for this season. Obviously not how we wanted to start out, but got a new opponent this week, so just got to take it week by week and see what we can do this week against Neshaminy.
Well, and this is going to be one of our big games on WBCB, Neshaminy, Council Rock North, a great local hookup between these two. We will talk to Neshaminy a little bit later on in the show. But Coach Johnson, what you think Coach Garrett kind of holding on to some of Coach Griner's philosophy just to keep everything, the transition as smooth as possible? Or he just it's a philosophy that works, and
yeah,
he's embraced that.
Yeah, he kind of wants to bring in his new thing, just try some different things, just to get the kids into our program and what we're trying to build there. Obviously, Coach Griner did some great things, but now Coach Garrett wants to come in and do his own thing. Doesn't want to take anything from anyone else. So,
has he changed even stuff like the off-season workout programs and how you guys get together before the season got going?
Yeah, so the offensive program was a little different, I'd say, from last year, from the lifting and kind of just doing some more team building sessions, team activities to get these guys gelled and ready to go for the season.
All right, you transition from one coach to another, but you stick around.
Yep.
What gets you going and keeps you coming back for more of this high school football thing? I mean, it really is awesome, the pageantry, the opportunity that these young men have to get out there and perform for friends and family, and the student body. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even from my playing days back at Pennsbury, I've always wanted to coach from the start. And honestly, it just comes down to kids. We have a great group of kids, so I wouldn't do it if we didn't have a good group of kids with us. So that's why I mainly came back. A lot of them I taught during student teaching, so I've known some of these kids for 3 or 4 years now. So that continuity is there. So that's basically it.
All right, so tell us about these great kids that you brought with you tonight here for the High School Coaches Roundtable show.
So we got our quarterback, Gio Koza. He's a 2-year starter for us. Really took some big steps forward through the offseason and had a good first game for us. So just looking to build off that and look and build into the season some more. And then we have Will Duffy. He plays defensive tackle and tight end. Been a big leader for us. Both of them are captains, so couldn't pick two better guys to represent Council Rock North football on and off the field.
Well, guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. Gio, what types of big steps is Coach talking about that you were able to achieve? What have the coaches seen from you from the off season to the start of this year?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more work in the off season. Last year.
Weight room work?
Yeah, weight room and on the field, just technique and all these little things that I needed to get adjusted. Because last year I came into the season, second string, not expecting to start, and then the injury happened, and then I took over first game.
You got to step up.
Yeah, so this year I went in with knowing that I'm the guy. I need to put my work in and really get into it for the season.
I mean, that is a tough situation to be in. Last year, you don't know how much work you got to put in, and now this year, you're able to really get after it. Week 1, not the results that you guys were looking for. Coach said some positives, though, that they saw from you. What did you see that you feel like you can build on and that they were praising you for, even though it wasn't exactly the night you guys were looking for?
Yeah, I definitely wish a couple things could have been changed for that game. I mean, first game of the season with a whole new coaching staff.
But we're not focusing on the negatives. I want to focus more on those positive things that they did see, those building blocks. I mean, like you said, it's a new coach, week 1. But the fact that you guys had some stuff that you could look back on is always pretty important going through the game, last week's game and everything.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think our offense, the way it's structured, I think it's really great. I think it really helps me out. It takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders. Makes like reads and stuff that I need to make. It makes it a lot easier for me. And I mean, I think I was able to like put on a performance that night. Make a couple elusive runs, break a couple sacks, and complete a couple throws.
Show off a little bit of athleticism and make some plays when you had the opportunity to. What are you hearing about Neshaminy this week? What are you guys working on? Any particular elements that you guys have to tighten up for week 2?
I mean, we know Neshaminy's a very well put together team. We know they have great coaches. I mean, their offensive coordinator was our offensive coordinator last year. I mean, so we know what to expect. We know they're pretty good, and that we need to step it up another level to compete.
That could be a little bit of a help. Kind of familiar with that offense. Applebee's with the team during camp. What's that all about? Both of you guys, was that like you guys able to get together as a team and like have meals over there?
Yeah, I mean, it's like really right next to us.
It's all about Applebee's.
Yeah, so.
Oh, sorry.
It's like right next to North.
Yeah.
Past 9 o'clock, there's half app, so it's like a good place to go at nights, get together, team bonding.
Nice.
Held our fantasy draft there.
Okay. Who was your first pick?
I don't even remember.
Well, good luck this week against Neshaminy. Again, a game we have on WBCB. We're going to step aside in just a little bit, but first want to talk with Will Duffy from Council Rock North. So that Applebee's vibe is one you guys are kind of draw on this season, I guess.
Yeah.
Week 1, again, not what you guys were looking for, but what were some of the things that you saw when you guys looked back at the game that you felt were some positives you can take out?
I think overall defensively, obviously we let up a lot of points, but I think in the first half of the game we let up a couple big plays, but besides that I think we looked very well defensively. And I think in the second half, they scored a touchdown, and I think everybody's, morale went down. But I think our defense in the first half looked really good. Same thing with the offense. I felt last year we had trouble like driving down the field, moving the ball, and I felt in our first game there were signs, potential that were showing that.
Now, any major changes when it comes to the defensive side of the football that you've picked up on?
I mean, just like formation-wise, last year we had like a 3 front on the defense, and this year we switched it up with a 4 front. We were also, really trying to like stop the run, which I think we did a great job with.
All right, Neshaminy, typically a pretty strong running team.
Yep.
What do you have to do to try to bottle up the Neshaminy ground attack?
I just think we have to play physical. And, they're a big physical team, Neshaminy. They're probably going to run the ball a lot. So I just think we have to be physical, not back down, and just, be physical.
It's kind of like fishing.
Yeah.
You got to throw your line out there. I don't know. It says here you're into fishing.
Yeah. I love to fish. I have
angler,
a beach house, and every time I go down, I love to fish.
I mean, like you go like out on the ocean fishing?
Yeah.
What's like the biggest fish? Like, I've caught some fish, but nothing really like an ocean fish.
Yeah, like a 60, 70-pound tuna.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck this week. Maybe you guys can reel in another win against Neshaminy. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight. Appreciate it. Enjoy the Sandy Witches. And we're going to step aside, take our first break tonight. We are overdue for that. And we're going to return with the Bristol Warriors and the Morrisville Bulldogs. That's coming up. Also, we got Conwell-Egan Catholic and Neshaminy to chat with. It's the High School Coaches Roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision here from Sandy's Beef and Ale.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich. Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
All right, welcome back to Sandy's Beef and Ale High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. And with us now, the Bristol Warriors. And it's kind of cool. The teams that join us are kind of on parallel tracks. I mean, I guess not completely parallel because they meet at the end. Council Rock North and Council Rock South, they meet on the final game of the season in a great rivalry hookup. Pennsbury not here with us tonight, but typically we have the Pennsbury Falcons here at Sandy's, and the Falcons and the Neshaminy Redskins also have those parallel tracks, and they meet at the end of the season, sometimes to decide the SOL National. Bristol and Morrisville, they meet a couple of times, right, throughout the year, but the Thanksgiving Day matchup is one that we always have circled on our WBCB calendar. Turkey Day football, the tradition and all that, always look forward to it, and that's been a game which the Warriors have had for the last bunch of seasons. With us now, Coach Oros. Congratulations on a Week 1 victory.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All that hard work in the offseason finally paying off.
Yep.
What brings you back to the high school football world? I've been asking all our coaches tonight about what fuels them, and it is something awesome to work with a group of young people like that who all are there for the same purpose and the same endeavor. There's a certain magic to it.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I just love football. I mean, that's the biggest thing. And then just doing it for the kids, right? Like, I love each and every one of my players. Push them, try and make them the best version of themselves, and then kind of give them skills that they can bring with post-football. It's bigger than just football. It's about teaching them those skills.
And development as young adults. And the players that join us here at the High School Coaches Roundtable show get hooked up with a Sandy Witch, but also a really cool shirt. The Coaches Roundtable shirt. I have maybe like a dozen of these Coaches Roundtable shirts, and each year Dave picks out a new color. This year we're going golden, the gold standard.
They look good. I like it.
High School Coaches Roundtable. We're the gold standard. You guys are getting ready to face New Hope. You told me you got a new coach over there, doing some different things. What are you guys expecting to see and game planning for?
Yeah, they run, it looks like some triple option stuff, like some flex bone kind of formations. So really we just got to be disciplined with knowing, our assignments, kind of who has dive, pitch, all that kind of stuff. But really we're expecting anything, whether they come out and, totally different formation. We're always staying on our toes defensively.
What kind of numbers you guys have over there? I'm thinking about getting ready for an opponent and having a scout team, and these really big schools, they can put together a whole extensive scout team. Bristol, Morrisville, sometimes numbers are not quite as great, but the Warriors seem like they do pretty good. The percentage of players at Bristol is probably one of the highest, I would guess.
Yeah, we have good numbers. I mean, we had no problem getting a scout team. I mean, today we're able to go 1s, 2s, and 3s on offense against a scout team. So our numbers are up. I think it's just, kudos to Coach Ciotti and the program he runs over there. Real professional, and just keep growing. It was good.
All right, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
Yeah, so I got Styles here next to me. He's my guy. He's tight end, outside backer, D end. He kind of does it all for us. He's a really good athlete and an even better person.
Styles, what are some of the highlights from that Week 1 victory? What are the coaches praising you for doing right out there?
Mainly just me at D end, staying home, making sure I'm pushing everything inside. If he bounces it outside, I'm there.
Is it kind of a read and react? But it sounds like that containment is a big key for you guys.
Always.
All right, what are you hearing about New Hope? What do you guys have to do right against this team in order to go 2-0?
Have energy, rally to the ball, and just know who you got to go get.
I was asking Coach Oros about high school football and what keeps bringing him back. And each school has a cool game day atmosphere. I mean, the Pennsbury Falcons now with their new turf and their field is awesome. Neshaminy, they do it right, and great tradition over there. There's something about Bristol Borough and the lights and the whole thing. The community really supports you guys, I think, in a way that, I don't know, you must feel. They let you feel it.
Yeah, any home game, we just know they show love. They always come out. Friday night lights, it's always great.
1 sack and a tackle for a loss in this last win. And also doing a little part-time work over at Sesame Place.
Yes.
And we got that in common. I go back years ago, putting in some hours at Sesame Place. How do you manage all those different demands? I mean, it is quite a lot. You got to be a student athlete, perform on the field, and then take care of your other commitments.
Yeah, so luckily over at Sesame Place, it's very flexible. I can always tell them. They're very understanding about how I play football and everything. So they move my hours around so I can go to work, play football, go to work.
So you're considering maybe becoming a Ram, Westchester, I see here.
Yes.
That's awesome. And a lot of local student athletes have gone that direction. I don't know if there's other Bristol guys that that are recent graduates over there.
Yep, exactly. Like Kendall, he recently just went over there.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's paving the way over there, telling me to come on, and why not?
That's cool. Sounds like that'll be a great landing spot.
Yep.
Whatever is next for you, good luck in the future and throughout this high school football season. I mean, we're just getting things underway. So you got a lot of games left in front of you and a lot of season left. So best of luck there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bristol, looking forward to a game with New Hope. Yeah, let's hear it for the Warriors. And as the Warriors move on, we want to bring up the Morrisville Bulldogs here. Bulldogs going 1-0 this season. By the way, we're at Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous Sandy Witch. They got Penn State football here. Throughout the season, too, they start their Penn State Thon fundraisers, and they do basket raffles and all types of stuff. And before we talk to the Bulldogs, why don't we step aside? We'll take care of a quick break, and we'll come right back to Sandy's Beef and Ale for more of our high school coaches roundtable show.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Payroll Service Solutions was established in 2001 to cater to the payroll needs of small to medium-sized businesses. Payroll Service Solutions offers unparalleled customer service while they deliver a complete and accurate payroll. When calling Payroll Service Solutions, you will never be put into a voicemail or go through a series of prompts to get to a person. All customer service representatives are extensively trained to handle all of your payroll needs, therefore saving you time. They value each and every one of their clients. No account is too small. Call Payroll Service Solutions today at 1-866-PAY-EASY for a no-obligation review of your payroll needs. That number again is 1-866-PAYEASY. Payroll Service Solutions.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
Back to Sandy's Beef and Ale High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision continues. We're joined now by the head coach of the Morrisville Bulldogs, Mitch Cohen, and they also 1-0 after a successful first week. Congratulations on the Week 1 victory, Coach, and last year a district championship. A lot of high expectations for this team coming into this season.
Yeah, we have a lot of returning starters, both sides of the ball. We don't have much seniors, but our juniors are really stepping up. We have about 24 on the roster, which is normal for a single-A school. But they played well, coming off of a 28-6 win. Sluggish start to come out. First quarter, it was no score. They were keen on running back Raymond, and we just spread the ball around and made their defense play honest. And halftime was 21-0, and then I believe we controlled the line of scrimmage. We got our skill players in space, and like I said, we just hit all cylinders and went from there.
You were telling me a little bit about this Columbia Montour Vocational Technical School, which is coming down to Morrisville this week to match up with you guys, and a bigger school, one that you're looking at as a measuring stick for you guys.
Yeah, they have, I think they're 5A. They have over 50 kids on the team. They're from outside the Lancaster area, so they're coming to us. Next year we go to them. But I think it's a good matchup. I think we'll compete with them, and I definitely know we have the speed to overpower them. And I think our line, once again, will win the battle line of scrimmage.
You know, asking all the coaches tonight, what keeps you going, keeps you coming back for more high school football? Same thing for you, Coach Cohen.
You think it's hard to get in, it's hard to get out. But, I do it because of these guys.
All right, so tell us who you brought with you tonight for the show.
So I have two seniors. First to my right is Kyer Rankins. He is our quarterback, free safety, and also Raymond Holman, running back and outside linebacker. He's a senior as well.
So Kyer, tell me a little bit about some of the steps you've made in the off season. Do you feel like you're stronger and a better player entering this year?
Yeah, I think we had a good off season. The whole team just lifting and working.
And for this year, or for this week, what are you hearing about this opponent? What do you guys have to do right to go 2-0?
Well, they got a running back they like to use a lot, so we're just going to set them down and then score the ball.
It says here you're thinking about Westchester as well. That's a great landing spot. Maybe Bloomsburg.
Yeah.
What do you think the key is for your team to have the success that you guys envision for yourselves this year?
Just stick to the game plan. You know, our line stepped up big this year. So.
Morrisville, kind of a smaller school. Does that allow you to get involved in more stuff? You guys are football players, and it says here both basketball players as well?
Yeah, I play basketball and baseball.
Any other activities keep you going?
Nah, just sports.
I mean, that's a lot throughout the year to take care of your academics and football field and the basketball court. Any opponents that you have circled or you got a little bit more energy about one of the teams you're going to be playing?
I'm just going week by week.
Good answer.
Well, good luck this week against Columbia Montour Vocational Tech. And we'll turn to your teammate now. Tell me a little bit about this off season and how it's fueling you to play your best and have your best success on the field.
Just like Kyrie said, we've been working all off season and starting to show out on the field. So,
I mean, do you feel like being a two-sport athlete, you can bring some of the stuff on the basketball court onto the football field? I mean, I hear people talking about like even footwork can be improved if you're not just sticking to one sport.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that, agility-wise. So it definitely helps.
What do you think the key is for you guys this week against this Columbia Montour team? What are you hearing from the coaches? What are you all working on this week in practice?
Definitely keen on their running back. They do use him a lot, so yeah.
You know, last year a district championship for you guys. I would imagine you're feeling a kind of different energy in school with the success that you guys have had. Do you, I don't know, student body in the hallways and stuff like that, kind of know what's going on with your team?
I guess I would say that, yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's always good, and I think that's a mark of success. The success that you guys have had, bringing a little bit more energy to the football field. I think for some seasons, Morrisville football, I don't know, not a lot to rally behind, but these last bunch of years, you guys have really brought the energy, and wish you the best throughout this season. Hopefully you can be able to achieve some of the goals that you guys had this season. And I don't know, I feel like you guys have a lot to be excited about and to look forward to. So wishing you the best in this week's game, but all throughout the season. I appreciate your being here tonight for the Roundtable show.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, guys.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we got the Morrisville Bulldogs hanging out here. And we're going to step aside once again, and then we're coming back to wrap it up with the Neshaminy Redskins and Conwell-Egan Catholic. And, that's how we do it. High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision from Sandy's Beef and Ale.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich. Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
All right, welcome back to Sandy's Beef and Ale High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. Well, they call it Heartbreak Ridge for a reason, and now Emmaus has a whole new understanding as they went up to Neshaminy and suffered an overtime loss. Was probably the biggest win of week one. And joining us now, head coach Steve Wilmot of the Neshaminy Redskins. Congratulations on that win, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.
Take us through some of the drama there towards the end. Emmaus kicks a field goal. You end up throwing one into the end zone on kind of a little bit of a razzle-dazzle on that play.
Yeah, I mean, we talked as a team on Thursday about how game ones can be just absolutely crazy sometimes. You know, like there's always the cramping factor. You don't know who's going to be in the game, who's going to be out of the game. You know, like it was back and forth the whole game. It was a game of momentum. We had the momentum most of the time until just the very, very end. You know, we had our chances, they had our chances, and we won in the halftime tied. They kicked a field goal. You know, we felt good with our field goal kicker. We had a play that we wanted to try, a razzle-dazzle play, as you call it. Yeah, so first down, we just kind of set it up a little bit, and we, instead of waiting for third down to run the razzle-dazzle play, we just ran it on second down, and it worked.
I mean, not as an X's and O's guy, but anytime a pass is thrown by a non-quarterback, I put that in the razzle-dazzle kind of category.
Razzle-dazzle. Yeah, the kid who
special
did it,
stuff.
The player who did it, Nick Sassano, he was our JV quarterback last year. You know, I mean, if you see the play, I mean, he threw the ball on a line, I think is what I want to say.
A frozen rope.
Yeah, you know, it was a really good pass. It wasn't like our guy was wide open. I mean, Nick threw it to the exact spot where it had to be thrown, and then Chris Long caught it.
All right, we've got your game against Council Rock North this week on WBCB. What are you seeing from the Indians in film study? Any different wrinkles now with Coach Brandon Garrett at the head?
Yeah, we haven't played Council Rock in a few years, so I can't really compare it to the last few years because I really haven't watched them because we just haven't played. I see a group of guys out there playing really hard. Their quarterback has definitely impressed us. You know, I think the quarterback does some really good things. I think their line's blocking. I think they have some guys that can catch the ball. I watch a lot more defense because, you know, I'm an offensive coach, and I see their defensive line. slanting and playing hard. Their linebackers running to the ball, and when they need to cover people, they cover people. So I think it's going to be a good game.
Did that week one win change your perspective at all of who this team is, and did it give you guys more energy this week in practice?
I think it was a character builder. Anytime I guess we didn't come from behind, but anytime you have a nice tight win like that, it builds character. But it's a new slate this week. It's 0-0 when they kick the ball off at 7:00, and we'll see how it goes from there.
All right, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
To my right here is Shakir Whiting. Shakir is a senior defensive end for us. Shakir saw a good time last year. I think by the end of the year against Pennsbury, he was a starter. And then really just in the offseason, Shakir has really blossomed into one of our premier players. He worked his butt off in the weight room, really was a great student of the game, and Shakir is really playing at a high level at defensive end. Kyler Nelson is a first-team All-League player for us last year. He did nothing but work his tail off all offseason, and he's off to a great start this year.
Well, guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. Shakir, 2 sacks and 5 tackles in the Week 1 game. What did you see when you look back at that game that the coaches really praised you for?
I say getting past the offensive line, just doing my stunts correctly, pretty much that.
Able to read and react,
yeah.
Get where you were supposed to be. What's the key this week against Council Rock North? What are you guys working on in practice to take that Week 1 victory and even get a little better?
Just polishing up more in our stunts and stuff, just a little more hand movement and stuff, just the basics.
We want to send out a thank you to our players for being with us. Really appreciate them giving us some time. Our show is put together by Jackie Garber, who gives all of the teams a little bit of a cheat sheet, and they give us some ideas of maybe where they work part-time or the different activities that they're involved in at school. And I know all the football players have to put in work in the weight room, but it says here you really enjoy lifting.
Yeah, I love lifting, yeah.
And being in there, did you feel like you were able to develop some deeper relationships with your teammates, being in the weight room?
Definitely makes some more bonds being in the weight room, my fellow teammates.
Any particular teams that you got a little unfinished business with, or just more energy around one of the matchups and opponents that you guys have on the schedule?
Some grudges against Pennsbury,
I mean, that's always a great rivalry year in and year out, and one that a Neshaminy guy should circle, I think. So good luck throughout this season and this week against Council Rock North. And Kyler with us now.
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so this week, what have you picked up on, some things that you might see against this Council Rock North team?
Yeah, they got some strong defensive linemen that play hard most of the game. I think our O-line this week has our job cut out for us, just banging up the D-line every play and staying consistent the entire game.
As a center, do you kind of take on a role to communicate with the rest of your linemen, and how's that chemistry going amongst the 5 of you guys?
Yeah, I mean, everyone on the O-line is definitely, we're all close friends. I try to be...
Now, have you been playing together, some
throughout
experience
high school,
on each side of you?
Yeah, a lot of them got playing time last year. We played together. We've been playing all throughout high school. I've also known some of them, like our tackles, I've known since I was younger, middle school. So there's definitely connections there, too. It translates.
Kyler, also a standout in the classroom, National Honor Society member. All right, it says here on the cheat sheet, you never got a B on a report card.
Yeah.
Or C or D or F.
I was going to say.
I should have prefaced that.
That deserves some applause for sure. Yeah. I thought, maybe it was like a loophole.
No, there's no loopholes. I could have wrote that better.
Well, that's really impressive. What are you looking forward to, like future plans or studies that you really interest you?
I'll be going to college, probably business major, something along that lines. So, yeah.
Well, good luck with whatever you guys choose and whatever your next steps happen to be. And certainly this week, hopefully you're on a good foot against Council Rock North. And again, that's a game that we will have on WBCB. So hopefully we'll have a lot of eyeballs checking that one out. Neshaminy and Council Rock North getting together for week 2. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks so much. The Neshaminy Redskins here at Sandy's Beef and Ale. Yeah, that's right. All right, well, a successful week 1 thus far. And we're going to be here at Sandy's every Wednesday. And typically we've got coaches and players, but a special exception with Conwell-Egan Catholic because we've got their assistant coach here with us just for a little bit. We want to get into some Eagles football. And this past week, a tough one against Riverdale, but the Eagles regrouping. They'll have a Philadelphia Catholic League schedule and then battle in that 2A division. And Coach Dragani with us. Welcome.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having us.
All right. Tell us about what you guys are working on to get ready for Chichester.
So as you said, we ran into a really tough team last year, nationally ranked. So this week we're just going to try to bounce back with Chichester, tough Delaware County team.
You know, this week, were you guys getting into a lot of film study, or was it the kind of thing just turn the page on that first week and kind of move on?
That was by position group, so some position groups fared well better than others, obviously, and that was kind of up to each coach. But we did try to learn. One of the things that we'll get better at is we're just working on getting faster on our offense and our defensive side of the ball. As you can see, they were really fast, so that's one of the things that we thought we could get better at.
All right, one of the things that's pretty cool for Conwell-Egan Catholic to me, and it still seems like it's relatively new. I mean, not brand new, but you guys are still kind of settling into your own facilities. For many, many years, Egan played their home games at Truman. Truman, a great host, and that facility was awesome. But to be on campus and to have everything there, I don't know, it must be rewards for you guys. Like your players don't have to travel as much, and it's a little less stressful, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's an absolute amazing facility. If you haven't been there, like you have the first class seat up top in our press box. But the turf's great. I've been coaching there for 9 years, but I did not go to Egan. You probably didn't know that, but all the old timers that you talk to, that was like their lifelong goal. They always thought it would be amazing if we could just have our own game field where we didn't have to rent a locker room or rent a concession stand.
Right.
Where we could go out of practice every day and go onto our field and go back into our locker room. So it is definitely a home field advantage now that we can do that. We don't have to board a bus and go to another field. And like you said, it's really neat. Firefighters come out, they hang their flags in the end zone, and you know, we get a great turnout, good atmosphere, and yeah, it's something else. It really is.
I'm just loving that for you guys and for the team and for the program. And then, like you said, the firefighters come out. You're building certain traditions over there now, and who knows, those traditions may be going on for years and years and years, and Egan guys down the road are going to still remember kind of when it all started. And I don't know, it's something.
Yeah, and
I think it's pretty cool.
It's still right where the old dirt field was, so they can you can see the transition and how it all happened over time. You know, great job with the boosters fundraising for that whole thing themselves. It's kind of an amazing thing to see happen within like a year or two's time. Just crank it out like that, and CLC Construction and some of them companies that worked hard at it. And
yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah, the alumni is amazing. It's all the things that they did, so we have to give them the hats off.
Any team, I mean, you guys have LC coming up in a couple of weeks. You guys fight through the Philadelphia Catholic League. It's always a daunting challenge. Any particular matchups that you look forward to, or some, I don't know, felt like an opportunity that was missed from a previous year?
So we always circle Neiman Goretti. That's usually our pre-playoff or our first round of the playoffs. They lost the state semifinal once, quarterfinal once in the last 3 years. So they're pretty loaded. We think we can handle them this year, but it's going to be a really good game. And as you know, part of our deal is just getting through our Catholic League schedule and having everybody healthy and available at the end. You know, we look forward to Ryan. They're like a neighboring kind of rival type of team.
Right.
But yeah, with the league, it's a little different who we play this year. So kind of similar teams. It would be cool to play somebody from around here. It would be cool to get those local rivalries going,
So you got like that Archbishop Ryan geographic rivalry.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
as close as we can get right now to anybody, And
then Newman Goretti always does seem like a team where like it year in and year out, you guys are evenly matched, or one team has like a slight edge on the other, but that is a game that determines a lot for Conwell-Egan Catholic. We'll be looking forward to that later in the season. Coach, appreciate you joining us without players here.
No problem. Yeah, we wanted to represent however we could.
Yes, sir. Hopefully Coach Techman is going to be able to make it to the show. Sometimes he comes out here and is it your dad who joins us sometimes,
My
right?
dad's a defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
so he's here a lot as well. Yeah, we usually have pretty good showing. So.
Well, we appreciate you guys and looking forward to this season. BCB, we got
Thanks
a lot
for
of
having
Egan
me.
football.
I'll see you up
Looking
top.
forward to that. Yes, indeed. Thanks to Coach Dragani for being with us and all of our teams for hanging out. High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision, and we'll do it again next week. Our shows are live on YouTube throughout the season. Just search WBCB Sports, and you can catch a video stream of everything that we're doing here at Sandy's, and they're going to be played back Friday evenings or Friday afternoons from 4 to 5. So that's going to lead you right into high school football on WBCB with the High School Coaches Roundtable Show from 4 to 5 on Friday afternoons. Thanks to Brianne O'Neill for doing the video engineering, our intern Ava helping us out, and thanks to you for being with us as well. And ready or not, high school football is back, and big thanks to Dave and Jane for Sandy's for being our hosts once again for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision.